Listen, man. Today in Final Stand, I'm going to be going over every single race and the secret passives that they have. I'm trying to hit 275,000 subscribers before this month ends, so please subscribe to the channel if you are new. I am daily uploading Final Stand. Liking this video will also help me out a lot. First off, we have the Saiyans. Now, the Saiyans don't really have any secret passives. What they do have, though, is the best form stat boost in the game. So right now, this account is level 145. I need 5 more levels on it to get Super Saiyan 3. But you can see right here, my stats in my base form, pretty mid, right? When I go into Super Saiyan, it's going to give me plus 57 in all stats. And then Super Saiyan 2 is going to give me plus 115 in all stats. So let me go into Super Saiyan 2 here. Boom. Super Saiyan 2 gives me 115 in all stats. And the reason why my Super Saiyan 2 is giving me 115 is because I am mastering it right now. So you can see right here, I have 3 stars into Super Saiyan. When you don't have any stars in Super Saiyan 2 at all, you only get 100 stats. There's no point of showing off Super Saiyan 2nd grade. Super Saiyan 2 is just better than 2nd grade. The thing I really do like about Saiyans, though, is the early game when you end up getting Super Saiyan 1, like you're going to see, I don't even have this mastered, but this form right here doesn't even really drain ki like that. Like the ki drain on Super Saiyan is like minimal. Let's see how much max ki this account has. It has 84 max ki, but you can see when I'm spamming moves and stuff too, the moves don't really take that much ki either, which is really good. Overall, Saiyan is a good race, especially when you master their forms. Like, I recommend really mastering the forms because that's where Saiyans are going to be at their strongest. They also have more race exclusive forms, which might change in the future when more content gets added, but as of right now, Saiyans can also get legendary Super Saiyan for beating on Frieza. And you also have a chance to get False Super Saiyan for beating the Lord Slug world boss. False Super Saiyan is cool. It's a transformation that's also an evasive. So if you're getting M1 comboed, you can evade and then go into False Super Saiyan. I also forgot to mention that each race in this game will give you a free stat every 2 levels. So you can see right here, I have no ki resistance or melee resistance invested. But since I am level 70, 70 divided by 2 is 35. I got 35 for free. Saiyans get a free stat point every 3 levels, and androids get a free stat point every level. Every other race, though, gets a stat point every 2 levels. Anyways, let's go over the alien race. So if you pick Cybermen specifically, you get a self-destruct move. I wonder if you can hold this. You probably can't hold it, but I'm really not sure how much damage it does. It takes half your health, though. But other than that, that's all they really get. For their forms, they get Kaioken, as you can see. And then they also have Potential Unleash. I don't know what level this is, but you get Kaioken and Potential Unleash, which is pretty cool. And then you get Mystic at 153. And this applies to every alien race. The Beerus race sacrifices ki resistance and you get more ki damage. Birder sacrifices melee damage for more speed. The Doria race sacrifices both ki and melee damage for ki and melee resistance. Generic and Mushroom don't have anything special right now. They just have balanced stat gain. Pecan sacrifices speed for ki max. We've already went over Cybermen. They just have a balanced stat gain with the self-destruct move. And Yardrats get balanced stat gain, but they also start with a free instant transmission that you don't have to buy. Apple sacrifices melee resistance for melee damage. For humans, if you master their Kaioken form, apparently it takes no HP at all or little to no HP. Kaioken can also be used as an evasive, but that will take HP. And then if you are in the upper Kaioken forms, you're able to chase people down without flying. So in this game, if somebody's running away from you, there's a lunge M1 mechanic, but you get that automatically if you're in the upper Kaioken forms. And then on top of that too, they do get Mystic at 150. I think Mystic is the best 150 form right now because it gives good stat boost on top of having little to no ki drain at all. Good luck getting 150 right now, though, man. Humans don't have any secret passives beyond their forms. Namekians have an arm regen move that heals you, but you can also use it whenever you are knocked to self-revive yourself. They get access to Gum Gum Pistol, Gum Gum Bazooka, and Gum Gum Rocket. And then they can also view players and spectate them around the map with their antenna move. In terms of their form, they just have a simple form that gives them stat boost too. They also have access to Giant Namekian. You get that from the Lord Slug boss, though. I think it's actually called Great Namekian. I'll have a screenshot up here somewhere. Moving on, we got the Frieza race. Now, pay attention to the stat form boost, okay? You can see right here, when I activate my form, my key damage skyrockets. Frieza race in forms will give you the most key damage out of every form in the game. On top of that, you still have higher passive key damage in general. And then you have better key max scaling too. So I have 90 key max right now. 90 key max on a Frieza is more key than 90 key max on any other race. Now, I don't have my third form, but once I do unlock my third form, Friezas are able to heal throughout each form. So if I go into second form, that's a heal. If I charge up and go into third form, that's another heal. No other race in this game can do that. And then also my key blasts are faster and they are stronger too. But you can see the range on them too. That is actually crazy. The range on these key blasts are crazy. They do take a lot more key though, but it's so fast, man. This is more of like a PvP thing in my opinion because they barely do any damage. But it's good to like stun lock players. One last thing that Frieza's gets is when you do run out of key, you don't need transform. So let me just go ahead and run out of key here. You can see I'm out of key and I'm still in my form. This is really strong because if somebody runs out of their form and you're still in form, you still keep the form stat buffs, as you can see. You can basically just M1 somebody to death once they are out of form. Moving on to Majins, I get Absorb. I also get Reform. And then I'm not the correct level yet, but I do get my transformation at level 110. It's called Purification. I'm pretty sure this is just another form that just heals me. It gives like 60 stats when you don't master it either. I also get access to Gum Gum Pistol. So this thing right here is just a combo extender. And then I also get access to Bazooka. This thing takes like a lot of key. It's funny to use, but honestly, it's not really worth it. And then I can get Gum Gum Rocket too, but that's from the Lord Slug boss. Majins also can't be ragdolled either. So Rito's going to use Bone Crush on me. And look, instead of getting ragdolled, I just don't get ragdolled, as you can see. He used Bone Crush right there. That's Reform, by the way. So anytime you do take damage, there's going to be little like blorbs that you can just use to reform. And it's going to heal your health and ki. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show off Bone Crush though. So normally this thing ragdolls, as you can see. So I can go in and fight, but Majins don't get ragdolled. I'll go ahead and show off Absorb right now too. This move is blockable, but if they don't block it, it stuns them. So you can start combos like that. Another thing that Absorb can do is if you absorb somebody that's already knocked, you get their stats. So if they are in their form and they get knocked, you get their form stats. Rito's an android though, so his base stats are pretty good. So here are my stats before I absorb him. I'm gonna absorb him now. And then as you can see, I literally just get all of his stats. I'm pretty souped out now. You can see right here. Let's just see the damage now that I do. Okay. Like I do way more damage beforehand. But anyways, this slowly does decay down though. So you have to constantly keep absorbing people. So look, see, it's slowly lowering every single time. All right, moving on to Android. They don't actually charge in this game. So their charge is replaced by a Absorb. So go ahead and just hold X, Rito. This Absorb will absorb all key moves and it will give them key back or health back. So look at Rito's health bar. As you can see, he's getting health back from this. If he had no key at all, that also absorbs key. You can see right there, that final flash literally took all his key. And now he can absorb it all back if I decide to use a key move on him. And then he also just passively gets key regen, okay? You see how that's going up right there? They also have a key grab move, so go ahead and grab me. You can see right here that grab will regenerate all their key back. Last but not least, we got the Jiren race. I already made a video on it, but basically they have a passive to where whenever they do get hit, all of their stats become better. On top of that too, their forms give them key health. So if you run out of health and you're still in your form, your key becomes a second health bar. I showed this off in this video right here. And then in their full emotion form, when you're in key health, they have hyper armor M2s. So that's everything that Jirens get. Their forms give you less stats than everybody else's though, to compensate for the fact that they do have key health and also hyper armor M2s. This is definitely one of those races where we don't know if it's truly good yet until somebody fully masters the form, because the problem with this form right now is that it's trash when you don't master any of the Jiren forms. So I need to see a fully mastered full emotion in practice before I judge the Jiren race. But that's going to be it for this video, man. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out, y'all. have a great day.
All I gotta do is put my mind to this shit. Goddamn. Cancel out my ex, I put a line through that bitch. I like all my S's with 2 lines through them shits.